Hi guys, so today is the day we're getting baby chicks born. Today is day 21 or 21st, and in this video I have to set up a brooder for them. I have a few hours before I have to open up. If you want to get to know my process on how to set up a brooder, how much does it cost me, look at that cutie guy. But if you want to see the process and how much it costs, stay tuned from going from this to there. Let's go find out. I'm gonna walk you through my process, all the stuff that I have to set up, and how much it's gonna cost me to raise these chickens. Oh, look at that guy. That's awesome. Wow, that's pretty cool. How long do you have to move them from the incubator to your brooder? The answer is 24 to 48 hours. They don't have to eat right away. They don't have to drink water either. The best thing for them to do is just to do a lot of the movement, stretch quite a bit. They're gonna go through different stages of energy, so you're gonna try to move a lot and then they're gonna rest. They're gonna look like they probably are sleeping for a very long time, and they're gonna wake up and they're gonna start moving. All that moving that they're doing, pushing all their eggs around and being loud, it's allowing all their chicks to be awake so they can hatch as well. So that's one of the reasons why I'm gonna leave them here, and then I'm gonna move them back to the brooder. If I open up the brooder before they're all hatched, it's gonna create a lot of spikes in temperature and humidity, and that is not good for the rest of the eggs. My hatch rate is gonna decrease, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to create changes in the temperature or humidity before they're born. Next thing to think about is the container. Where am I gonna place my bird after it's born, the little chick? So it has to be at least 2 feet tall, and that allows me to rest my lamp on top of it safely. And things to consider is about the size. Right now this container, it's a little bit small. Birds don't need a lot of space when they're little. So as they grow older, I'm gonna place them somewhere else where they're gonna have at least 1 square feet per bird, and then I slowly increase that size all the way to 4 feet per bird once they reach grown-up status, and that will be outside, so I don't have to worry about that right now. Next thing is the bedding. There is different choices that you can get, and in this case I'm using just dry hay from the barn just because it's pretty much free and accessible for me. And the way I work it out is I place one light bed on it, and as it gets dirtier I add another layer on top of it, and so on. Some people use pine needle shapes, and that seems to be a pretty good choice as far as I've read or asked people around, but this works fine for me as well. Second thing here is the heat lamp. So chicks need to be, when they're born, about 95 Fahrenheit degrees, and then slowly they're gonna be decreased 5 degrees every week, all the way to 60 degrees when they are 8 weeks old, and then at that point you can probably put them outside. There's charts online that you can look. This is one that I found. But the nice thing about having the heat lamp on top, it's that they can regulate the temperature themselves. They eventually start moving away from the heat lamp. A week from now they're gonna be farther away from the heat lamp, and so on. The third thing that you're gonna need, it's a feeder. This is the feeder that I have, and it works fine. There's different ones when you go to the store to buy, and I don't like the fact that chicks can stand on top of it because they're gonna deposit some poop in it, and then every time I have to fill it up, I have to take the lid out and then fill it up. I got this other one for the next batch that is coming up, and on this one, the top, as you can see, it moves around a little bit, so hopefully chicks don't stay on top of it and it stays a lot more clean. And of course I don't have to open it up in order to fill it up. I can just fill it up from the top. It's a life-changing situation. And last, a water feeder. So this is the one I got right here. This is a plastic one, but it's a little bit too wide. They tend to stand on it quite a bit. The next one that I have for the next batch is this metal one, and it's a slightly shorter but slightly skinnier, so they don't tend to stand on it as much. It doesn't get as dirty. But yeah, this is pretty much it. All these items, as you can see in this table, including the heat lamp, I spent about $30, and the box and the bedding and the feeder, that is a different value, and that is depending on how much you want to spend on that box or bedding. But this is pretty much it. Tell me what you think. If you have a different opinion on how to raise or how to set up a brooder, let me know. It would be really helpful for anyone who was watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, it really helps a lot. Like the video. Thank you for watching.